Okay, now we're moving into step 49, which is an optional step, but we've got the parts for it, so we might as well roll with it. So for step 49, we are installing the terminal block for a regulated 5-volt supply. This green thing is a terminal block. This is the terminals up there. So over here on the bottom side of the board, as you notice, it doesn't say top, so that's the bottom side. Just spot this says TB. So with the bigger squares down towards the bottom, we'll stick that in there. One side's positive, one side's negative. And then we'll flip that over and solder that in. Okay, it's kind of hard to see with that shadow there, but there. Now those are soldered in. And so what this does, it allows us to bring in wires and attach it to the board. So if we wanted to take a USB cable, like so, we could end up making it to where the USB cable would fit in here and power our board instead of using a battery. And that'd be by using the screws. We'd loosen the screws, stick the wire in, tighten up the screws, and we will talk about that more later when I convert a USB cord to be able to be used there. And while we're here, we'll just go ahead and do the step 50, and we'll be done with that. So step 50, we are attaching the battery holder. You notice there's 3 holes in the battery holder. And then on our board, we've got an outline, a huge rectangular outline over the opposite side of the resistors and transistors to attach this to. So, and there's 2 holes for the battery wires right there as well. So we're going to run those wires. The black wire will go through this top hole right there, and the red wire will go through the other hole right there, and we'll push those wires through and get lined up for our holes there. And okay, so we've ran the wires through here, and if we look over here by our 7805 transistor, we see a 9V negative, 9V positive. So we're going to take these wires and run them back in through these holes, the negative. So I'm pushing that through and bending it so it'll kind of hold. And then this wire will come over here. And now I'll flip the board over and solder those in. Okay, so now my black wire goes through on the negative side, red wire goes through on the positive side, and they're connected right there. So those will be good to go. And I'm going to go ahead and put the 3 screws into those 3 holes. So in my bag there are 3 screws. I'm going to dump those out. Switch screwdriver over. So I'm just going to get each of them started to make sure I get the holes lined up, and then I'll tighten them down once I've got everything lined up and situated correctly. Okay, so they're all started, all lined up, so now I'm going to tighten those down. Not real tight, just I want them to where they sit at least flush, if not a little bit inside of the battery holder. So about like that. Okay, so now we are done with step 50. Next, we have some tests that we'll be running. So make sure you upload your progress to Schoology, and I will see you in the next steps.